Hello everybody. Thank you to be in my channel. Today I'm going to stray out, like to cut it out very nice this patch. The water damage guy, they just ripped out. But I'm going to prepare cutting out and putting a new piece. There is two ways to do it. I'm going to do an example the first way, and I'm going to do the second example for the second way. One way is measuring the bigger size. So we see in here is like it's 30 inches because the stud is on the bend, and for high is 41 inches. And I believe so. This is 5A because it's the garage. I have extra drywall in here. I got one sheet. I cut in the half. I have another patch on the ceiling too. I gotta use it. Yeah, for the ceiling hole, I gotta use it. I have the insulation. I'm going to cut it really nice, and I'm going to cut a piece of drywall of this size that I mentioned, and I gotta show you how to do it of this way. But there is another way. The other way is with the square. You put a square. This is a square, right? So every drywaller has one of these. If the footing is level, you put the square on top of the footing. It's gonna get a square on the drywall too. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to install it. Let's see, here's a nail in the way, so I'm going to move it. Alright, so if you put a square on the bigger area, and then either way, or you mark it with a pencil, or you cut it. I'm going to cut it with my knife. But on the card, it's gonna be the line showing you. But one way to cut it is cutting like a little deeper and pushing it. I gotta give it a 44 inches in here. I gotta give it 2 more. I'm gonna get all the way to the brown paper, and I'm going to get the same thing in the other side. And after that, but I'm gonna make sure that the highest, the white part, the whitest part is in good shape, the drywall. Otherwise, it's gonna be still weak or still damaged, and we don't want a problem, so I don't time to put a mod on it. Put the square in here, and same thing, I gotta get a blade, and I make my line. So that's the way to square out, like take a square the hole, and then I make it a horizontal line, and then I know how much it's gonna be high. So now it's gonna be the horizontal. I get a mark on the other side there, and one on this side. I'm going to run my knife. Oops. Make sure everything is good to get a square, and then I get my knife. I cut a little bit to get the line that I was showing you, but you can do with a pencil too if you want. But if you don't have it, like so, the sauce that I'm going to show you, you can do it with a knife, doing a couple of cut it and just push it, and then or with a hand saw. With the blade, it's a little hard because the 5A is a little thicker. But I have another cutter right here, a drywall cutter. I'm going to use it today. I have the traditional one, the saw. I use this one all the time. I have 2 years with this one, but I don't cut too much drywall, sometimes only. But in this case, I'm going to show you on the top, the part of top. But I'm going to use a different equipment on the sides. It's my first time to use it. Let me show you some. So I'm going to cut a piece of drywall and put it in the get a measurement, because I don't want to be measuring the gap So I gotta cut a piece of drywall, and I'm gonna have a square my drywall. So this is the tool that I'm going to use. Alright, I'm going to use it soon, and you will see. I believe so they call it drywall saw. Some of the customers give it to me. I fix a crack for him, and he gave it to me. He was happy with the crack, fix it, and yeah, he said he didn't use it, he didn't want to use it, so he gave it to me. It's good. All right, here's the drywall. I'm going to cut the piece that I told you, and I'm going to show you the other way that I use sometimes. Not always, but it's accurate. Right? You get your knife, you get your measurement, alright, showing your number, and then you slide it on the knife all the way from top to the bottom. And then a little deeper, you push the knife a little deeper because the 5/8 is a little hard to break it. And after that, you just get and break it. And then you just cut with the knife the other paper in the back, and done. So I'm going to trim on the top part, to trim it like a 44 inches. I'm going to cut a couple inches because this piece is 48, like 4 feet. I'm going to cut at 44. Yeah. So same thing, like that. The measurement of 4 inches, and I do that. And it becomes really nice. See how easy it's coming. So now this piece is the size that I want it. I'm going to put it in the place that I show you. This fire called 30 type X. So this is the way that I show you. I'm going to put it to sit on top of the hole, according with the whited part. And this is the other way you put it. Okay. One way you can put a 2 inches screw on the stud to hold it. And then after they hold it, you can come with a saw all around the piece that you have it, and it comes really nice square. Cut it on the side you want it, or you mark it with a pencil. Either if you don't use the square or you don't have it, you can get a piece of drywall like that and mark it with a pencil or with a knife, same thing. But the other ways is putting a screw to hold it. I didn't put a screw, so I'm just gonna show you how to cut it. If it's the ceiling, I have to screw it to hold it for me. But in this case, it's the wall. I'm not gonna screw it up. I just gotta cut it. For example, I'm going to do a little offset on the corner, and then then you can see how it's gonna look like if I use the same shape of the piece of drywall. Here we go. I just gotta do the cut on top, the two sizes one. I'm going to cut with the other tool that I show you. Alright, here's the cut. Here is the cut that I did. I'm going to use this one today. It's my first time using it. This tool doesn't reach all the way to the bottom. I need to use the other tool anyway, but because it have like an inch and a half from the blade to the body, so it doesn't get through all the way in the corner. But I'm going to use this one for example, and the rest of them I'm going to do with the traditional one. It seems like I need to get more the depth a little, take the blade a little outside. I'm going to do that. I think it's gonna work perfectly. There is a Allen wrench on the side. I take that battery for safety reasons, and then I unloose the screws, 2 screws in here. There's the Allen wrench. I think the size is like a 3/16 or something, I don't know, maybe a quarter. And then you twist it and you loosen it up. After you loosen it up, you just need to pull. I usually do a little more, but when I have to cut, when the pipes or the wires are close, I keep it a little exactly. So here we go. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. The bottom part, I'm going to finish it with the saucer. Going to screw on the stud, and I'm going to add a backing over there. It may be a backing on this side too. Yeah, this one I was telling you, the last part doesn't fit it. You need to use this tool or the knife. Even the handsaw doesn't work over there because you need, for the handsaw, you need space to run over, but this one is really close. Uh-oh, this wood is in the way. I'm going to move it. They don't want it. They told me they don't want it. Alright, really good. So I did the offset over there for example purposes. On the drywall that I got, it the same shape over there, so it's gonna fit right. Nails, cleaning up a little bit, and then I just need to put the insulation and then sit it down the new piece. I just got it. I just taking like measure fit. Yeah, and it look like really good. Yeah, I'm going to put the insulation and I'll be back. In the backings, I'm going to put it against the old drywall to keep it flush. If I keep it sticking out, my drywall is gonna stick out. This one is gonna be in the half, so it's gonna be nice. But this one on the stud, I have to make sure it's at the side, otherwise it's gonna be my drywall is sticking out. I'm going to screw it. See, in the middle. This one is against the drywall, but the problem is the other one. I have to be like make sure it's flush. Yeah, but no problem. No problem at all. I invited you to subscribe to my channel and share this video to somebody else that you think you need it. Alright, so it fit exactly. I'm going to start screwing, but the thing is, before put 2 screws, you need to lift it at the side you want it. Otherwise, if you put more than 2 screws, if it is sticking out, you're not gonna fit it right. So you put 1 and then you fix it. But it's alright, this one fits really nice. Couple screw. This is a stop in the middle, so I'm going to put a couple, like maybe where one, a couple maybe. Not too much because this stud I saw it like too deep. There is some metal on the bottom. I maybe gotta cut it because it's sticking a little bit. Yeah, I might gotta cut it. Doing a cut it. And I just gotta put mud in there, just mud. Like I'm going to make more videos in the future how I do when it's really like big opening. I'm going to show you in the future how to put the mud and everything. I'm going to put a match tape and continue putting the stuff, but I maybe not gonna show you the whole thing because it's gonna take a long. But I just gonna be a good quick tour. Now it's texture time. The texture is running a little bit. I just put a little iron here, but I give the whole pressure on the compressor. And the tip is keep a little running because the garage doesn't have a big texture, it's just little one. So this is runny texture. See? I use the red duck, all purposes, but also the bucket with the green letters they call ready text. That's really good too. But I like to use the boxes because it's a little cheap and there is a way to get some money in patching. But it's good quality. So this is the patch is done. Please people, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like if you like this video, and share this video with somebody else that you think it might help. And thank you. Remember, this is a repiping work, but this one was a leak. Thank you for everything. That was it. Thank you for everything. And that one I just need to do the texture too and have more holes in here. I'm going to texturize so later on, like I'm going to mix more texture. I have these ones in here, I have that one over there on the bottom of the laundry machine, and a couple on the ceiling, and that will be all for the house. They do that repiping and they hired me to patch the holes. That's why it's patching. Alright, give it a like. My name is Josue. Thank you for watching. Thank you to be to this part of the video. I would like to see you on the next video, and thank you for everything, and see you. Bye. Bye.